What's up, everybody, and welcome back to part 9 of my live commentary playthrough for Pikmin. Today is the last day we will be at the Forest Navel. So sad. But, truthfully, it won't be a waste today, I hope. I think we can, right off the bat, because you remember from the last episode, we didn't quite get the last ship part that was easily accessible to us that day, back to base, but we're going to get it right now. The analog computer, I believe. Get that back ASAP. And while our Pikmin are carrying that back, we can put the rest of our reds away. This is one of the few days you're actually going to need yellows. This is one of the days yellows shine. This is one of the few bosses that yellows, it's their element. And surprisingly enough, you don't want a lot of yellows for this boss. You want as few yellows as you can possibly manage. Although we can pull up some grass here. Grass, I always think of... never mind. But, we want some nectar. Yeah. The analog computer is back. And we now only have one ship part for this region left. And... I don't think it's... I was gonna say I don't think it's a required part, but I'm gonna take that back, what I was thinking I was gonna say, and say it is a required part. Either way, the boss is, like, unique as a challenge. Now, the only reason I'm bringing reds to this fight is because once we actually defeat the boss, we need the reds to carry the ship piece through the fire. Plus, I think there's some sheer grubs over here, and I'd rather not lose any more yellows than we might. Because when I fight this boss, I usually do lose a few. He's a tougher boss. Try to overpower these. I hate sheer wigs. Yeah, look at all these guys. When they swarm, they're actually pretty deadly. Did we get him? I think we got him. Alright, now we'll just leave our reds over here. Actually, we pretty much cleared this area out. Like this, we made the Forest Navel our bitch. I swear to God, I don't think I've ever done this good of a playthrough on it. Okay, now what you want to do here, this boss is actually pretty tricky. You want to leave your Pikmin here, walk into the middle, and there he is. This is Bendy Longlegs. He's a very unusual boss. Now, I honestly recommend going in with no more than 7 in your battalion, because his tactic is to step on you, and when he does, it's devastating. You need to try and time when you're going to go in between his legs. His only weak point is his... I don't know if you'd call that a head, but it's the only place you can hurt him. See, yellows shine here because he's so high up and none of the other Pikmin can reach him unless he comes all the way down. Yellows can reach him no matter what, but if you're not careful, you'll get stepped on. And if you don't keep a good control of your Pikmin, they'll actually try attacking his legs. And I should note that if you don't have yellows or don't want to do this with yellows, you can overpower him with reds. If you can get enough reds, I think like 25 or more on one leg, he won't be able to move for a split second, and you'll be able to throw reds on him if he's low enough. But I really recommend yellows, just moving in a small group. See, we're not doing a lot of damage, but it's going to slowly happen over time. Now, there have been times where I've lost quite a few and I've had to run back to my onion. Today we're just going to be careful. We're going to do our best to be careful. And I do recommend having flowers. If you can have flowers, do it. So I guess you could kind of... I don't know if I count this as like a real, like... You know, it doesn't even look like an animal or a creature, does it? It looks like something mechanical. But it's actually considered a spider. It's like in the spider family. Come Pikmin 2, if you've ever played that game or may ever watch it, these creatures are much more common. And actually the biggest boss at the end of Pikmin 2 is a species of this. And actually, you got to be careful with Olimar too, because if he steps on Olimar, I think I lose almost a quarter of health, and we don't like that. That's not good. He's just a tricky boss. Oh boy! See, I got one Pikmin like attacking his leg right now, just because he's disobeying me. If you're daring enough, you could probably keep just hovering under him. He can't hurt you if you are directly underneath him at all times. But you can tell he kind of moves in spastic ways. If you can watch his shadow and predict what foot he's going to lift up, you could probably avoid him forever, but I still find that kind of risky. And if you miss, just like I did right now, your Pikmin will try to attack his legs. There we go. Get him. Get him, Yellows. Take him out. Get right back up there. Fake him out. Uh-oh. I think we threw one on the leg. Get off there. Get off his leg. Come back. Come back. Yeah, he also knocked their flowers off, which can slow the process down. But you can see he's kind of like shedding. I don't know what he's... It looks like he's shedding to me, which means he's getting weak, but he's also going to get more violent, I think. Right near the end, he's going to start to get... If we don't take him out quick enough, he'll get a lot faster. And it'll become almost impossible to dodge his legs if you're on the ground. Come on, guys. Come on, what you got, long legs? You got nothing. You got nothing on Pikmin. Oh, yeah. Pikmin for the win. And Bending Log Lake drops the Guard Satellite. Which, yeah, now that I think of it, I believe it is a required piece. Awesome! Woohoo! The one day our yellows shine. This is the one moment that we can actually appreciate yellows and just say, you know what? I love you guys. Because there's just not a whole lot of times the yellows can shine, which is sad. And now the reds come in and they take the glory. Typical in Pikmin. We'll pretty much have them carry back everything else. So yeah, that was the boss of this area. Sorry it got delayed so many times. Completely my fault. But I did promise it, and we took that son of a bitch out. He's actually one of the harder ones. I've had to come back 3 days before in other playthroughs to actually take him out just because I was so ill-prepared. But not this time. So for the rest of the day, I'm pretty much just going to be harvesting and building up our blue and red Pikmin because yellows are virtually done for the rest of the game. There's almost no point to building up yellows after this. In the next area we have, they almost have no purpose. And in the last area, they have only a small purpose for a puzzle that requires all 3 types. So yeah, I will be cutting to the ending cutscene for the end of the day. That sounded better in my head. Damn you, Wollywog! Ugh, bugs me. Yeah, we had some Pikmin go AWOL. 9 days since Impact, the Pikmin that I did not bring back to the Onion all vanished. Yep. So basically that's the first time I've actually left Pikmin behind. It's a bummer, I was trying not to do that, but literally I'm going to show the footage right now of where the Pikmin went. They could have taken a direct path back to base, but they chose to go this way. Yeah, so basically I couldn't save them. Not my fault. I don't feel responsible for that. Sometimes I feel bad about it and responsible. This time, completely not my fault. I have no idea what the Pikmin were thinking. They literally walked around in circles. Oh well. So we're on to day 10 now. I'm trying to string together 2 episodes in one. But, yeah. So, today we're taking on the last boss of this area to get the last ship part here. And the last time we'll be coming back here too, so I want to make sure I pick everything I can. Now, I want to say that you could actually use yellows on the bosses here. Bosses, plural. Oh, there are 3 bosses, only one of them has a ship part, but you could take on all 3 bosses if you felt like it. But you could take on yellows with this because of their height, but really it's better to use a weighed down tactic with the reds in this case, in my opinion. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is get out pretty much as many reds as we could possibly have out. With the exception of a few blue, yellows, because we need to take down a wall. And we have a few Pikmin out in the field, way over. See, if flowers die in battle, if flower Pikmin are instantly killed in battle, they will actually sprout a seed where they died, and the next day you can pluck the seed. But we're only going to go get them if we have time. That was from our fight with the armored cannon beetle. If we have time, we'll go get them. If not, it's not a big deal. Come on. Come on, guys. So yeah, I'm going to be taking out every single Bulborb in this area. It's just going to be like a Bulborb Slayer Fest. When I'm all done with that, we will cut back and be right at the boss. Okay, so we are at the boss now. Well, we're not far from it. Actually, we could have come here if we had wanted to on day 3. Or actually 2, really. Well, no. As soon as we had blues. Well, actually, I'm going to contradict myself again. See, the only thing blocking our path to this boss was actually this box. And usually you need blues to get in the water and come around and push it. That's what I did. It's just the safest way for me. But I've seen people actually be able to throw reds and yellows far enough, just far enough, to the point where they could move the box and they could come here on day 3 if you wanted to. But you really wouldn't be prepared for this boss. Now, I'm throwing Pikmin over across this little gap, just because I've had too many times where the Pikmin are uncoordinated and they'll just walk right in the water. It's just a mess. Now, this area up here looks clear, but trust me, it's not clear. This is going to have to be done really fast to be done effectively. Alright, let's do this. Bring it on! Yeah, I don't remember the name of this enemy either, but if I do, I will definitely put it in. Yeah, these things suck. They're like these bird things that come out of the ground, and they snap and pick up Pikmin like worms or something. It just sickens me. You can do a little bit of damage by attacking its body, but the best way is to attack its head. When it comes out of the ground, you can do the most amount of damage. I got lucky on my first try and it came right out of the ground the wrong way, so I was able to overpower it. And we have the Geiger counter. Geiger counter? I'm sure it's valid and important. So, that boss fight I made look really easy, but there are 2 more of those birds over there. They'll just drop a lot of pellets, I think. Nothing important. That boss right there, the one I killed, is the only one that actually drops a ship part. So there's no point in fighting any of the other stuff. So I know, that wasn't much of a hyped boss fight, and I did make it look easy, but if you don't go in there, like, you know, guns are ready, you'll get screwed. And then you can throw your blues up here, because in this case, blues will actually jump, well, not jump, but knock. What is the yellow doing in my party? Where did the yellow even come from? They will actually take the spoils from up here and walk through the water. You just stay far enough away from the other 2 birds, you'll be able to grab everything without getting into any trouble. And those tadpoles in there are baby wollywogs. We could kill them, but actually the best way to kill them is with Olimar himself, no Pikmin, just because of how fast they are. The Pikmin can barely keep up with him, not even flowers. But so yeah, that's the Forest of Hope, all done. And the Forest Navel, all done. Kinda sad, kinda disappointing, but had to happen sooner or later. And probably the quickest I've ever finished those 2 areas. The impact site is nothing, really. So we're just gonna gather our spoils up and reap our rewards. Amazing! Oh, time. See if we can get the rest of these Bulborb back, maybe get some nectar, and go check on the others. I know they're just sitting out. Uh-oh. Let's not leave any more behind. We got some blues just sitting outside a base. Because whatever's left behind here is pretty much staying until the end of this playthrough. Oh boy. See, our guys in the ground over there will be fine. I'm not worried about them at all. We might not even have time to go get them. See, how could this happen? This is almost what happened last time. I just have no idea how that could really happen. Uh-oh, guys. Uh-oh. No one else left behind? Except them. But see, they're green, so it's not going to be a big deal. They're underground. And as long as we have 100 in the field, or as maybe I haven't said this before, but as long as your Pikmin, even if they're idle, as long as they're in camp, they'll still be okay. They won't get left behind. Oh no, pick them fast. Yeah, that worked out pretty good. Awesome. Goodbye, Forest of Hope. We shan't come back. Suck it, Bulborbs. 10 days since impact. Hope has begun to well up within me. For the dolphin's repair and my own chances of reunion with my dear family, tomorrow I shall go further into a new... How can he, like... Yeah, we're going to a new area, but I can't believe he's like... What if we want to go back, Olimar, huh? You don't have a choice. So, on the next time we play Pikmin, we'll be exploring the new Distant Spring. I gotta say, this area is much more of a challenge and will be very interesting. So until then, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.